What's up, everybody? Just wanted to cruise around the neighborhood a little bit today and take an opportunity to talk to y'all about our plans for this coming year. To start off with, we're planning on having another quad takeover ride at Moto-VIP in Adrian, Georgia on January the 16th. So any of you guys that ride who would like to come out and ride with a good group of people, the ones that I've talked to so far who have kind of committed to coming, they're all good people, good riders, and it's going to be a good time. I think everybody's really going to enjoy it, but it's a good opportunity for some of the lesser skilled riders to get an opportunity to ride with better riders and pick their brains a little bit and maybe learn some tips and stuff. Some of these guys have been racing for years, so they're a wealth of knowledge, and you know, you can learn a lot on your own, but there's some things that you're only going to learn from someone with a little more experience than you, actually pointing you in the right direction. And this would be a good opportunity for that. Not sure exactly what we're, you know, there's a lot of things that I would like to do on that day. I mean, like grilling for everybody, and I was thinking of maybe even trying to have like a drawing or something like that. But just to be completely honest, with the holidays, I know money's pretty tight for everybody, and it's certainly kind of tight for us this year. So you know, our ability to put the finances into it that we'd like to make it the type of event that we would like to, we just don't have the extra money to do it this year. But as these events continue and more and more people are showing up, they will definitely get bigger as far as you know, having giveaways and you know, gifts for everybody who shows up, maybe contests, you know, whatever everybody wants to do. It's really up to you guys what we do. We want to host events, you know, maybe like this quad takeover. Our hope is that we can host this event once a month at a different track. We would like to stay in the state of Georgia to begin with, and it's kind of cold today, folks, but we want to stay in the state if we can for at least the first few of these, to give some of the local guys an opportunity to come. We're not equipped to do a whole lot of traveling ourselves as far as going really far. We're just not set up for that yet. And you know, a lot of the newer riders are not really set up with trailers and campers and things like that makes going out of state and staying overnight a feasible thing to do right now. So we want to try to stay in state, and we want to try to use some of the smaller tracks. You know, places like Durham Town is fun to ride. Sunnyside's okay. You know, but those parks like that, they do a good bit of business. I mean, you know, especially Durham Town, that place is always packed. But Sunnyside does pretty good as well. And you know, I'm not saying we won't go to either of those places, but we're trying to look at some of the other tracks. You know, if we can help some of the smaller MX tracks around, that would be good. You know, some of these places are not objected to either building a quad track or modifying their current tracks to better accommodate quad riders. But in order for that to happen, there has to be enough business for them to justify the investment that it would take for them to either build a track or to convert their current tracks to something that's more conducive to quads. So you know, you got to understand that these tracks are probably not going to go spend you know, $10,000–$15,000 on diesel fuel and dirt being hauled to build a track that you're only going to get 1 or 2 quads a week show up to. It's just, you know, you can't blame them from a business point. It doesn't make sense. So we gotta show up to these events, show the tracks that we will come if they make it where we can ride there. And you know, a lot of what I'm talking about there is most tracks were, you know, most of them originally built for dirt bikes. And you know, there are gap jumps and basically just drop-offs after the takeoff lip that you know, the lesser skilled riders aren't going to be able to just to roll a jump. In other words, if they're scared of it or not skilled enough excuse me. And you know, that's me included. There's some of these jumps I'm scared to hit, folks. And you know, I'm sure the more you ride and the more experienced you get, the more nerve you build up. But you know, there's jumps out there that I'm still afraid to hit. You know, the more we ride, the more nerve I get, and the less afraid I am. But there are jumps that still scare me, and I know that there's a lot of you that are still intimidated by some of these bigger jumps too. And we want to make these events good for riders of all skill levels. You know, I mean, everybody that gets into motocrossing a quad, they're not going to have the money to set their quads up to do huge jumps right off the rip, just like us. It took me a while to get the Raptor to where I even felt safe being on the track with it, just because of the suspension and everything. It's a heavier quad. But you know, not only even if they have a four-wheeler that's perfectly set up for racing, they have to have the skill to be able to do it. And you know, you have to learn. You know, you don't start off being a pro. So basically, the lesser skilled riders need to get some seat time to build up nerve and to develop the necessary skills to hit these jumps and things safely. The last thing we want is somebody going out there and trying to jump on something that's outside of their skill and getting hurt and being afraid to ride at all after that. You know, I mean, that defeats the purpose. We want people to join the sport and have a good time and you know, learn how to ride safely and become better riders and maybe even racers at some point. Everybody has to start somewhere. But that's just one thing I wanted to mention. I hope that a lot of you guys will come to Moto-VIP. It's a pretty good track. If you look back on our channel, and I'll try to remember to stick a link in the description or maybe a card up in the upper left hand corner that you can click on to actually let you see what the track looks like. There are some big jumps on it, but for the most part it is a fairly safe track. In other words, even though it's a long track with some pretty big jumps on it, it's fairly safe. In other words, you can roll most of the jumps there. I don't think there's but one where that might even be a question, to be honest with you. But anyway, you know, it's a good track for you to come and get some seat time and build up your confidence. We also want to go to some other tracks too, like I say. Not sure where we're going to go yet. I thought whenever everybody met up at Moto-VIP, we could kind of toss around ideas and see exactly where we wanted to go from here. So you know, I want you guys to be involved with making the decisions as far as like where we go and what we do. another thing that another thing we want to do is I almost hate to say it, I kind of hinted around to it last year, I guess I'm going to go ahead and say it. We want to build a track. That's what we want to do. We've been looking at a piece of property for about 8 months now, and have finally got the person who owns it now willing to sell it, and now it's just negotiating a price and making sure that if we decide to buy the property, we can afford to buy the equipment, tractors and such, and have dirt hauled to actually build the track. So you know, just tossing that out there right now. I'm not sure where it's going to go. That is something we definitely want to do. We've been thinking real seriously about it. Hopefully it'll work out. You know, as we know more, I'll try to fill you guys in on the channel and let you know where everything's at. So anyway, that's basically, I just wanted to talk to you guys about all that and kind of let you know what we're planning and what we're thinking. So give me your feedback in the comments, and for those of you that follow us on Facebook, feel free to message us or you know, shoot us a comment there and let us know what your thoughts are. But we got a lot of plans for this year. Hope things go the way that we want them to, and hope that you guys continue to support us and watch our videos and come to these events and help us to grow the channel to what we would like it to be. So as usual, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.